Hey guys, Simistic this year once again at the Quakertown Farmers Market in Quakertown, Pennsylvania. I think you know the drill, so let's go see if we can find any good deals. So the first table I came across here, over $2 a piece, was actually a pretty decent deal on some titles. Unfortunately, nothing in here I really had any interest in. A lot of good titles though. There's actually some decent stuff in here. Things like a bunch of Ernest movies, a lot of other good titles as well. So actually a pretty decent table of titles, but unfortunately, just nothing in here I needed to get. Everything that I had any interest in, I already owned, so had to pass on that table. Then I came across some more VHS tapes here, a lot of clamshells. Look at those. Those are horrible. Why anybody would take their clamshells apart like that and just destroy the artwork is beyond me. And then of course try to sell it. That really makes no sense. I don't know why anybody would do that. Came across another table here, some more DVDs. A lot of good stuff in here too. See, $3 a piece. That's a pretty good deal. Unfortunately, once again, nothing in here I need to pick up, so pass on that table as well. This I absolutely despise. I hate when people stack their DVDs like this. They put them in a little bin, all upright like this. It's really hard to look through them. This is how I end up having to do it. I have to go to the side and kind of try to read the titles. It's really difficult. I mean, I can't necessarily blame people. I know they're just trying to bring their DVDs to the table to sell, but it's just such a hassle. I wish they would at least take the titles out of the little bin to make it easier to look through, and so I don't have to pick through them like this. Unfortunately, after I spent the time picking through all these, there wasn't anything in there that I needed to get, so I ended up passing on this table as well, unfortunately. And we have some more DVDs, some more very sun-faded DVDs, as you can see. Definitely something you come across a lot at flea markets. Some people...
Excellent,
they're
great
out
deal.
like every week selling the same titles over and over again, and after time, those titles just completely fade to nothing and ruins the artwork. This guy here, I was actually pretty excited when I came across this guy's table. A lot of times when I come across some guy with a huge table with just stacks and stacks of DVDs, I usually find some good titles for pretty cheap. A lot of like newer stuff or maybe some harder to find titles. Unfortunately, nothing here. All the titles this guy had, I either already had them or I just didn't want them. Definitely a little bit of a letdown. I really expected to find some good stuff in here. I actually got pretty excited when I saw this guy's, when I saw his table, but passed on his table as well. Then we got some DVDs for $2. Again, a lot of sun-faded DVDs. I see this guy here every time I come to the flea market. He's always here. He does add new titles. You see right there were some titles that didn't look like they were sun faded, because he does add new stuff, which is nice. That every time I come here, I can at least see some new titles and maybe find some titles that I want to get. But once again, plenty of sun faded titles. Some VHS tapes. These were all 25 cents a piece, which was a great deal. Unfortunately, nothing in there I needed. Already had that Star Wars VHS tape. Didn't need that. And everything else I either just didn't need, already owned, or have it on DVD or Blu-ray. But 25 cents a piece for VHS, that's a great deal. I wish there was some more stuff he would have had that I wanted. Definitely would have picked up a lot from him had he had actually some titles that I needed. Then some more Disney clamshells, but once again, nothing I need within here. Just recently completed my Walt Disney Masterpiece and Walt Disney Black Diamond collection, so didn't need to get any of those. Then a little stack of DVDs here. Once again, though, nothing I needed to get. I was striking out quite a bit in the beginning of this trip. Just I was getting pretty frustrated that I wasn't coming across anything good. Not even any good CD soundtracks in there, unfortunately. So then I made my way inside, and this is where I started to actually find some titles I needed. No VHS tapes there, but there were some titles in this little stack of DVDs here I wanted. Right there, Alice in Wonderland. That's the gold edition release. Definitely wanted to get that. She was selling these for $3 a piece or 2 for $5, so I ended up picking up 2 titles for $5. It was a great deal. As you see, I got the Alice in Wonderland, and I also got Jacob's Ladder, which is the title I needed to get. And I came across another little stack of DVDs here. Not much in here, though, unfortunately. You see a lot of mediocre titles, nothing I really needed to get. And this guy here, he wanted way too much for his VHS tapes. He wanted $2 a piece. I was not doing that. He didn't really have anything I wanted anyway. He had one title that I was somewhat interested in right here. Just Evil Dead, or Evil Dead 2. It's just an interesting clamshell that I didn't have. I thought maybe about picking it up, but for $2 wasn't going to do it. And there's some Elvis there. That's a really cool picture. Would have loved to have had that if I had anywhere to hang that. This person here, unfortunately, they have a huge selection of VHS tapes, but they don't seem to ever get anything new in. I stop here every time I come in, but just so far, I don't think I've ever seen them get anything new in. Thought about getting that, Suicidal Tendencies. Thought about picking it up, but I just ended up passing on it. Maybe next time I go, I'll grab that. They're a decent band. But like I said, nothing in here really needed. They just never get anything new in. As you can see, they have a decent selection, but unfortunately just very mediocre titles that they've been picked through over the years. I've picked through them. So nothing in there I needed to get. Then we made way back outside, and this person here was selling all his titles for $1 a piece. A great deal. So I ended up picking up that Walk the Line. Also got Stoned. Got this for $1 a piece. They were in perfect condition. Really wish I would have gotten there sooner because they might have actually had some really good titles. This guy here wanted $5 a piece for these Blu-rays. Unfortunately, there wasn't anything in there I needed to get. Now this guy here, he had some interesting stuff. He wanted $3 a piece, and he had actually some good horror titles and a lot of like full moon titles. A lot of good stuff actually. I picked through some of the stuff. Picked up a couple of the titles. Unfortunately, I probably could have gotten more. Maybe I should have. I'm not sure, but most of this was all blind buy stuff. A lot of stuff I either heard of, but didn't really know if I wanted to get or not. So I just, like I said, I just kind of picked through and just picked out the stuff I really knew I wanted. Hopefully he'll be there again, and I'll get some more. That I already have. A Best Friend's Vampire. Already own that. But as you can see, there's actually a lot of really good titles in here. A lot of great horror movies. I was very impressed with what this guy was selling, actually. And he was actually with a friend who had his own table of other titles as well. Not really any horror in here, but some good stuff. Definitely picked up this, Blood Fist 2. There are like 9 of those movies. I now have 1 of them, so I need to get the rest of those, but I did grab that. And this was interesting here, a box of XXX DVDs asked to see. I just had to videotape that. That was pretty funny. This guy here, he actually had a decent selection too. Unfortunately, some of his titles were scratched. That was definitely a downfall, but he did have some good stuff. And this title right here, Return to Oz, I got very excited when I saw that. As you see, I just snatched that up really quickly. Would have loved to have added that to my collection. I only have it on VHS, but it was scratched. So I ended up picking up Mixed Nuts and Drive Angry. Got that for a total of $5. That was a great deal. And some VHS tapes, but nothing in here I really needed. Surf Ninjas. I have a weird story about Surf Ninjas involving a girl I used to date. I dated her for like 4 years, and some fun she had one night with the youngest actor in that movie, but that's a whole nother story. So I came across some more DVDs here. Once again, nothing really too good. A lot of sun-faded VHS tapes as well. This guy's pretty much here every week as well, so a lot of sun fading going on there. Then a lot more clamshells. Not a lot in here I really needed, but I did pick up this Gay Prairie. Got that for $1. Thought that was a good deal. Love Warner Brothers. It's a Chuck Jones cartoon. Love Chuck Jones style animation, so I definitely had to pick that one up. And once again, some more DVDs. Some decent titles in here as well. Nothing crazy good, but some decent titles. Just nothing I really needed to necessarily snatch up right away. Thought about getting Dangerous Minds. Unfortunately, I checked it and it was scratched, so I had to pass on that. Then a few more DVDs as well, but once again, nothing really great in here. Just a lot of average stuff. I mean, they did have things like Up and whatnot, but already have it on Blu-ray. Don't really need it on DVD. Then I made my way inside to Video Bonanza. They once again let me get 5 free VHS tapes. A great deal. I absolutely just love the store. The owner of it is super nice, so definitely had to come in here and look through all the titles. And I did end up picking up 5 pretty good titles. The funny thing is, you just saw that guy peer over and look at me. The owner of the place is super nice, lets me come in, videotape, pick out the 5 titles, but he doesn't seem to let his people working there, his employees, know this, so they look at me like I'm crazy and I'm like they think I'm trying to steal stuff, and they keep asking me what I'm doing. It's actually pretty amusing. So you can see a lot of good stuff in here. He just recently put out some more VHS tapes. That's why he sent me a message actually to come in and get some tapes, because he just put a lot of new stuff out. So there was plenty to look through. This store is very intimidating. To come in here and have somebody tell me, hey, pick out 5 titles you want, it's definitely intimidating. Would have loved to have gotten this. Look at that artwork. That is awesome, but some idiot wrote an M on it. But I did pick out this, Godzilla 1985. Very excited to have that. It's actually a harder to find title, so getting that for free was a fantastic deal. I picked up this as well, Yours, Mine, and Ours. That was only $2. I was just going to pay for it because, like I said, he said I could get 5 free VHS tapes, but they ended up throwing that in as well, which is great. Got them for free. The Tall Guy, picked that one up. Love Jeff Goldblum. I was going to get this, The Blob. Unfortunately, the artwork had some water damage to it, so I had to pass on that. Already had the movie. CB4, got that. Love that movie. Like I said, already had The Blob, but I wanted to pick it out just for the cool artwork. And this I definitely had to pick up, Treasure Island, just for the Walt Disney Studios film collection, trying to get the entire thing. So that is it for my trip to the Quakertown Farmers Market, but I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to throw on at the end of this video the actual bought and watch video where I talk about what I actually bought at the flea market that day, because a lot of people have been asking for a recap. A lot of people seem to want to see everything I bought and how much I paid for it. So I figured what I would do is just throw this on at the end. I'm sure you've already seen this video, but it is kind of a way to recap it, and instead of me telling you to go look at that video, now you can actually watch it and get an idea of what I bought and how much I paid for it, my thoughts on the movies, maybe why I picked them up. So let me know what you think. If you like the fact that I'm putting these my bought and watch video for the day at the end of this video, let me know if you like that idea. If you do, I will keep doing that. So that's it, guys, and enjoy the bought and watch video. See ya. Hey everybody, Simistic this year again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And today, the wife and I headed up to the Quakertown Farmers Market where I picked up a ton of great stuff, so let's take a look at what I got. The first time I picked up for only $4 was Kong, the 5-disc collector's edition set. This comes with Kong the Animated Series Volume 1, Volume 2, and Kong Return to the Jungle. Now I have seen Kong Return to the Jungle, and it's pretty bad. It's not so horrible at first, but then they get into a couple of songs, and it's pretty bad from there. However, I've never seen the animated series, and I'm assuming they don't do much singing in that, so I do look forward to seeing that. It does get decent reviews. From what I've gathered, this is the entire series. I'm pretty sure that's what I've read. And best of all, this is brand new, never opened, so that is fantastic. For only $4, a great deal. The next title I picked up was a CD soundtrack, and that was the soundtrack to Batman Forever, featuring some decent music such as Seal, Offspring, Brandy, Flaming Lips, and a bunch of other great bands as well. So, not necessarily the best movie, but a decent soundtrack. Then for only $2.50 a piece, I picked up Alice in Wonderland, the Gold Collection release, and Jacob's Ladder, the Special Edition release. Now, the reason why I picked up Alice in Wonderland, even though I already have it on Blu-ray, is because I'm actually trying to get the entire Gold Collection, the entire Walt Disney Gold Collection on DVD. I'd love to have the entire set, so for $2.50, had to pick this one up. And Jacob's Ladder, getting it because I have it on Laserdisc, and I definitely want to get myself a DVD copy as well, and I look forward to checking it out. Then for another $2.50 a piece, I picked up Mixed Nuts and Drive Angry. Mixed Nuts is a movie that I'm simply picking up just to replace my VHS copy. Haven't watched this one in a good long while, so looking forward to checking that one out again. And Drive Angry, it's a movie I wanted to see for a while now. I hear it's pretty good. I love Nick Cage. I think his movies are just ridiculous, but they're a lot of fun. He's just one of those over-the-top but really fun-to-watch actors. And like I said, I've heard good things, so looking forward to checking this one out. Then for only $1 I picked up Blood Fist 2. There are about, I believe, 8 or 9 of these movies. There are a lot in the entire Blood Fist series, so I have a lot of these to pick up yet. But I definitely wanted to get this. It was only $1. Looked cheesy as hell. Looks to be just a great 80s martial arts movie. That is right up my alley. So definitely had to pick this up, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting all the rest. And looking forward to checking it out. Then also for only $1 a piece, I picked up Stones and Walk the Line, the 2-disc collector's edition set. Stone just looked interesting. Thought I had a great synopsis, but I figured for $1, I'd pick it up and check it out. And Walk the Line, I actually already own this movie on Blu-ray. In fact, I actually had it on DVD a while back before I replaced it on Blu-ray. But I really wanted to pick this up just for the great artwork. I mean, look at that artwork. That is how all of the artwork for this movie should have been. I'm really not a big fan of the walking Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon just standing there in the spotlight. I mean, it's nice and all, but come on, that is awesome. So, had to pick this one up, again, just for the artwork alone, and for $1, it was a great deal. And then for $1 as well, I picked up Gay Paris on VHS. A Warner Brothers Chuck Jones movie that I'm definitely looking forward to seeing. Have not checked this one out yet. I'm a huge fan of Looney Tunes. I love that great just Chuck Jones animation, so this should be a great watch. It gets great reviews. I have no doubt I'll absolutely love it. And then, of course, once I was done with the flea market section, had to head inside of the farmer's market section and hit up Video Bonanza. A store you've heard me talk about before in my bought and watch videos, a store you've seen me shop at before in my Let's Go Shopping videos. The owner of the store is a great guy, offered me 5 free VHS tapes, so I had to go in and get some. And the first one I picked up was Man Outside. This is a complete blind buy. I know nothing about it, but had a great synopsis, just looked very interesting, so figured I'd pick it up. The next title I grabbed was Godzilla 1985, a movie I've wanted to see for a good while now. I'm a huge Godzilla fan. This one is not currently on DVD or Blu-ray, so definitely wanted to get myself a VHS copy, but hadn't come across it yet, so today when I came across it, I of course picked it up. Then I grabbed The Tall Guy, another blind buy, but it does star Jeff Goldblum. I love Jeff Goldblum, so had to pick it up. Looking forward to checking it out. The next VHS tape I grabbed was CB4 the movie. It's CB4. This movie is hilarious. It's ridiculous. I love all the just goofy rap songs in this. It is a fantastic movie. One I actually haven't seen in a few years, so looking forward to sitting down and watching this again. And the last VHS I grabbed was Treasure Island, a movie I already have on Laserdisc, on DVD, but I definitely wanted to pick this one up because it is part of the Walt Disney Studio Films Collection releases. And I'm trying to get the entire set of them, so had to pick it up, just to add to the collection. However, there was one more title I wanted to pick up, and that was the remake of Yours, Mine, and Ours. I just picked up the original the other day, hadn't watched it yet, and I really wanted to see the remake as well because I had heard decent things. Haven't seen this yet either, so definitely looking forward to checking out both of those. This was listed at only $2, so I figured for that, I was definitely going to pick it up. However, when I got to the front counter, they were nice enough to just throw it in, give it to me for free. That was super nice of them. I love Video Bonanza. It is a fantastic store. So again, if you guys are ever in the Quakertown area, definitely stop by the farmer's market and check the store out. So that's it for what I bought today. So now it's what I watched.